Our next question is from Zane Kumar.
Hey, thanks for the opportunity, Travis.
You're in your car.
Yes,
He's at
for
work.
those of
He
you
had to go to
wondering,
his car.
yeah, I'm at work and it's quite noisy, so I just decided to sit in my car.
Thank you.
Well, a question for you, Sarah, is a rather simpler one. I'm a student at Cambrian College studying business accounting, and I wanted some guidance on moving forward. Which certification, according to you, comparing between MBA, a CFA, or a CPA would serve the most value in order to move up in the financial ladder?
So that's tough for me to answer the CPA side of things, because I certainly am not going to discount you getting a CPA since you're in an accounting program. So I'm going to focus on the MBA versus the CFA because that's a question that I get quite a bit.
Okay.
If you have any interest in managing money, like becoming a portfolio manager and actually managing assets, a CFA is a mandatory designation to have. And I don't say that lightly. I'm not saying I personally think it's mandatory. We're all registered with the Ontario Securities Commission to be able to manage assets on behalf of clients. And the Ontario Security Commission requires a CFA as a mandatory designation to have in order to be registered. So I'll tell you a funny story is that a year ago, we hired a new head of mortgages, and he has 30 years of experience in the mortgage business and managing mortgage assets. He does not have a CFA. A year later, I am still negotiating with the Ontario Securities Commission to try to get him registered as a portfolio manager so he could actually touch client assets. And their main thing is, I know he has 30 years of experience. He doesn't have a CFA, so we're not registering him. And so, if asset management is something that you're very interested in, then I would recommend a CFA. It's also a useful tool in investment banking and like any of the finance, industry type disciplines. The CFA is kind of what we call table stakes. It's a must-have. So it kind of depends on what you're thinking about your career path. MBAs are excellent as well. I'm not going to try to offend any of the professors or students on here who have MBAs. I think that's great. I think MBA is probably more focused on strategy, relationship building, big picture thinking. I think CFA is a little bit more focused on, the details of, managing assets and understanding asset classes and more finance. And so, and then obviously the CPA, you know what that is. So it kind of depends on what you want to do with your career. So the first thing you have to say is like, am I interested in, being the CEO of a company? Am I interested in working for E&Y as an accountant or a consultant, or am I interested in managing assets on behalf of clients? Because once you have a bit of an idea of what your path should be, will help you make a better decision.
Amazing. Thank you for the answer.